Hello, Attorney Prashanthi.
Hello.
I had my I-797 approved and worked for an employer for around a year. Then my first consultancy transferred my H-1B to its sister consultancy, and which was denied. The initial H-1B is in revoked status, and the second H-1B is denied. I recently got an offer from a reputed company, and they're ready to sponsor my H-1B visa transfer. What are my chances of getting the approval?
Well, if the H-1B is already denied and you are in the country, then you should leave the country because you are no longer in status. And therefore, you will not be able to file a change of status or a transfer, anything that will grant you an extension of your I-94, whether in this status or a different status. So, what you should do is leave the country as soon as you can and then apply for the H1 and then come back in on the new H1 once it gets approved. Since you're saying it's a good company, most probably if it's done properly, the H1B most likely will get approved.
And what is the reason based on this question? What could be a possible, generally based on your experience? Why would somebody transfer their H1 to a sister consultancy? Looks like this is a staffing firm and a consulting firm, and it's a contractual model. I think for the beneficiary. Now, what could be a possible reason for this transferring out from one company to another? Because with the new H1B modernization program, there has been a lot of fraud and abuse. Do you see any connection for doing
I
so?
mean, yes, Dan, I mean, we don't want to speculate about the viability of that company. It might be perfectly innocent, but it's possible in many instances that in a situation where a company maybe has an audit or has USCIS audit or DOL audit, or has some kind of trouble with their company or doesn't want to for some reason operate that company in its present status, would then transfer all their employees to a sister company so that they don't lose, the employees are their asset. So that they don't lose their assets, they're obviously trying to transfer their assets to a different company so that they can continue to operate their business. So, but the fact that it was denied, uh, that could again possibly be the reason because of the connection between the two companies. But again, it's all speculation, so
Okay.
best not to speculate.
No, because I was, when I was reading the publication by the USCIS, with the H-1B modernization program, they have clearly given a chart where, last fiscal year, 2023, one beneficiary had, this, there's no connection, but I just wanted to have this, little discussion on this. 83 H-1Bs were filed. Is this practical? One person can get 83 jobs. This is
Yes, that is
official.
highly improbable that. So there are two things to this. While a H-1B beneficiary can file multiple registrations, they can. Uh, they have to show that each one of those, and behind each one of those registrations, there was a valid job offer. People forget about the valid job offer part, and then they question the USCIS when they send out RFEs or don't grant visas, um, because they rightly so think that a H-1B can file, a beneficiary can file multiple registrations, but they're forgetting the other part of it, which basically states that the registration has to be for a valid job offer, and it's not conceivable or probable for one person to have 75 job offers. So USCIS is going to look at it with a critical view and most probably come to the conclusion that the job offers were not bona fide.
Okay. Anyway, we should do a longer session on the new process. But thank you for answering that question.
You're welcome.